Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Just wanted to create a quick video on what's happening within the markets. Currently, right now, uh, Bitcoin is slightly going down, and it's really taking altcoins down with it. And In several of my videos, and I should have mentioned it in the latest one. I believe I did. I cannot remember, but this was always on the cards. Bitcoin dropping was always on the cards. There was actually quite a lot of people saying that we were theoretically going to get a rejection off of the all-time high, which is where we're at. So if there was ever a time for correction, this was it now. Um, Despite that, I'm still bullish on altcoins. I'm still bullish on Link, Ethereum, despite, Ethereum looks a little better than Chainlink, but Chainlink is now struggling to hold this downward line of support that it broke a few days ago. But this was always on the cards. If it was the risk that we played, or at least I played in terms of strengthening my altcoin positions, was that on the off chance that Bitcoin decided to start moving sideways. Um, that could still play out. However, this would have to play out on the weekly. And currently, right now, on the weekly, that is not the case. It's been only up for Bitcoin. Now, uh, at this point, for the people that opened positions, like say for example, like me, I opened a position on Monero, and Monero is currently down quite a bit. It's down 1%, not quite a bit really. It's still up on the week, but on the day it's down 1%. It's faring a little better than the other altcoins. However, if you said there was one person that opened up like if I recall correctly, a large-ish position on basic attention token. I say large-ish because it's relative to how big your portfolio is and how much capital you have, but and that's all relative. But at least for that person, it was a large trade, and they bought when basic attention token was pumping, uh, and and now it's coming down, and I'm not too sure what level they bought it at, but uh, know that anything can happen. In altcoins, especially, anything can happen because they are mostly dependent on Bitcoin. Basic attention token is an interesting one, like I said in my previous video, that it doesn't necessarily act the same way as other altcoins because it has the ability to pump when most altcoins aren't, most notably during 2019. However, it also has the tendency to act like an altcoin like it did during the 2018 altcoin run when a lot of altcoins like Ethereum, uh, Cardano, all these coins were rocketing upwards. However, these are one of the reasons why whenever you decide to make an open position, you got to look at your risk tolerance. And a lot of people say they know their risk tolerance, but they really don't. Um, I'll be completely frank. A lot of people say they think they know their risk tolerance, but they really don't. And basic attention token is one example. The greatest example I think right now is XRP, right? If you bought, I'll switch this on the day. If you bought at 4,200 sats, you are now down like 21%. Okay. And for some people that's fine. For some, it's a bad gut punch. And uh, I would say that you have nerves of steel if 20% down on your portfolio doesn't like unnerve you a bit, even if you're like a hardened veteran in this space. So at this point, I would say calm down, look at your portfolio. If you can afford not to, don't sell off your position. I'm still very much bullish on what the space has in store for us. And this is just a 1%. And this is just a reminder. I just want to make a reminder here that Bitcoin at any point, and it should, I mean, it's a long time, it's a long time coming since the last one, but that it can drop to the 20-week moving average. And currently right now, that's about a 30% drop to the 20 weekly moving average. We saw it in the last cycle. It happens. It happens often. And um, know that your altcoin positions are going to suffer hard. Okay. And these are one of the reasons why I do not buy on the pumps. I try not to. That's one of the reasons why I didn't purchase basic attention token when I was looking to open a position. It's why I didn't buy Cardano. It's also a reason why I didn't jump on the XRP train, because these ones have pumped considerably, really quickly in the past 2 weeks, and or a week and a bit. And I wanted to find an altcoin that that hasn't pumped it as much yet, but I feel confident about, and that would be Monero. And even Monero can drop further, right? I mentioned in that video that it looks like we found a local bottom here, but it could very well break. Like, without a doubt, it could very well break. And I'm not I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know the future, so I can't tell you if this is the bottom or not. But that is the risk everyone takes when they open up a position. Uh, yes, Chainlink, and let's go to Chainlink now. I knew Chainlink was in a downwards trend. However, when I look at the macro view, there's a very good chance it'll recover. So, which is why I'm not worried about my Chainlink position. I believe it's down because I opened it up around here, but I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure I'm down. Ethereum, uh, not only did I accumulate Ethereum in this area, I was accumulating it in this area. Okay, that is one of the differences, and that's how you can kind of get less emotional with your crypto holdings, is because I was averaging in Ethereum in this, when it was going up, when it was going down, when it was going up, when it was going down, and then it finally went up. And around here, I stopped buying, and then when it came back down, I started buying around here, just a little bit. But if you start averaging in your positions, then there's less of a it's hard to describe, but there's a less emotional attachment to it if you're just throwing you know a couple bucks every week into the coin, rather than opening a giant position initially. Because the worst feeling, and this happens to XRP traders all the time, is they see this, they're like, oh my god, it's gonna go to the top for sure, without a doubt. They open up a position at like at $5,000, let's say, and maybe to you 5,000 isn't a lot, but to most people it is. It's enough to be sad, very very depressed if you lose it all. But you buy at 4,200 sats at $5,000, and now you're down 20% of 5,000. Worst feeling I think that's the worst feeling in the world. And averaging in is a more, it disassociates yourself with that. So I strongly recommend people to look at a cryptocurrency. Let's look at Chainlink, for example. Okay, uh, let's take this out. So you see Chainlink go up here. You're like, okay, you know what? Uh, I you look at the graph, you see, okay, it tends to go down. It has these mini peaks, goes down 40, 60%. So know that you don't know two things. You don't know where the bottom is, and you don't know where the top is. No one does. We can only assume where it could be, and we can look at charts, we can look at price movements, how fast something's going up, how if it's going up meticulously, if it's, if you want to use technical analysis, Fibonacci retracements. I don't use fib retracements, um, but whatever and whatever you find is useful, like you can use it to get a better understanding of where it might be. But know that you don't know definitively where the top is or where the bottom is. And once the faster you come to that understanding, the better you will feel about your portfolio, because uh, around 60% chain link will retrace from the local top and say, okay, I will open up. You say, okay, I am going to open up a position in chain link. And you for some reason buy at the top. You buy at 158,000 sats, let's say. So you buy there. You buy not your entire position. You buy, say, like 1/20th of your position. Okay, and then it comes down. And you're like, okay, and it's the week after, 2 weeks later, let's say. You look at the chart and you say, okay, well, it's down. Okay, I'll throw 2/20ths. I'll throw another chunk at it, and the lower it goes, you could say like you'll put in more, exponentially more money, or you could just say, I have $5,000 that I'm going to use to open up a position Chainlink. I'm going to start with $100, and you can say, I will buy at these price levels at X amount of money, until I either exhaust my 5,000, or it pumps above a level that I'm not willing to buy it anymore. And so you buy down, you buy down, you buy down, and you know what? You'd probably be better off doing that than buying $5,000 up at 158,000 sats and see your position go down 60%. You'd be in a better position, and you'd be in a better position to reap the rewards of a reversal. And I think this can be applied to any coin or any stock, any financial instrument that has a fair market value price that you're trading. Basic attention token is another. I would have, if I would have told you that you had 1, 2, 3, 4, you had 4 weeks. Okay, let's say, just for theory, say this is the reversal. Okay, it goes back up, and you see that big pump like in like XRP. Okay, you see like a 30% pump going up, and you buy here. Never buy when it's pumping like this. This is not financial advice, but I strongly would implore that you do not do that, because chances are you're going to get burned. You might get lucky and you might continue to ride the wave, but odds are you won't. You want to buy when it's going down at a price you are comfortable with. Okay, this is why I drew this channel here. It's been the lowest price in basic attention tokens history against a Bitcoin. It's around this area where it reverses. These are patterns that I think are useful and give me a better idea of when basic attention token will reverse. However, it's not definitive that it will. This could very well be still a reversal. I mean, basic attention token's still up 3% for the day, right? Like, it's still up 3% on the day, which is quite phenomenal considering everything else is kicking the bucket. But I would I would also mention, if you had 4 weeks to buy into basic attention token around either at the same price it's at or lower. 3 weeks before this week, you could have bought basic attention token at a better price. All right. and probably a less risky um, a less risk level, if you will, because anything that's this volatile and shoots up like this, where it gives like a 20, 17, 20% pump on the week, the risk increases. And you got to ask yourself, if is this a risk level that I'm comfortable with? And I think no one really knows that question until they lose or they see their portfolio lose a lot of money. So Bitcoin's only down 1%. So this is still uh, kind of not the real game here. This is not serious, I would say. This is a lesson, because let me tell you, when it drops 30%, how are you going to feel then? Are you going to be okay? If not, then take a hard look at your portfolio and see where you can deleverage your risk, whether that's having a larger like portion of your portfolio in cash, more in Bitcoin, um, entirely up to you. You can even consider a short position, but I wouldn't really recommend short positions, just like for now. Um, but uh, if 6% down on the day or 10% down on the day is scaring you, then you either A, uh, don't know what your risk tolerance is fully, or B, you bought at an inopportune time, and you need to learn that mistake, because it's never a good idea, never a good idea to buy up here. When you see 2 weeks like this, like 2 weeks of like 30+% movement, and you buy up here, that's the chances, like, you could very well ride the wave up, but you could very well also be burned badly. And you have to be okay with that risk. And for some people, I understand, because it makes sense when Bitcoin's at that high of a level, um, and people are just buying it early. But um, be aware of the risk. Be aware of the risk. I can't say that enough. And know that you don't know where the bottom is. This could be the local bottom for basic attention token, or it could be lower. It could very well be lower. It could be as low as this wick right here. Okay. As low as this wick, which was at 89 sats. Anyway, rant over. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Take care.